Hello and welcome to the next video of my LPL Spring 2023 series. We're previewing all the teams. Rare Atom are next. I thought my two purple dry erase markers were, they're not exactly the same. So I thought, hey, maybe I could use both. That didn't really work out. So hopefully you can see the orange lines between the players where I go from starters to the Rare Atom period LDL team. If not, whatever. Rare Atom on paper, not looking too hot. 12 and 20 last year and went 5 and 39 at the LDL level, which without double checking, I would say that's probably the worst. 5 and 39 is pretty damn bad. Their coach is Long. Long was IG's coach last year. He is 43 and 67 over his career as a coach. The team allowed iBoy and Uyanja to leave, so the bot lane has been swapped. iBoy and Uyanja both are free agents, I believe, still. And then Assume and Southwind have been brought in. Assume from LGD, Southwind from Thundertalk to play in the bot lane. Going into this year, the team is 21 years old. There is some development to be made on the solo lanes and jungler positions, as well as AD carry with Assume. Southwind's the only proven commodity here. In top lane, we have Cube at 20 years old. He put up a 2-1 KDA, 8.5 CS per minute, 50.2 KP. So, definitely a split pusher, reminiscent of Dokla, who I went over yesterday when I recorded the CLG video. And when that's uploaded versus this one, I guess, remains to be seen. Excuse me. Try not to cough too much. Nevertheless, split pusher. Very eccentric champion pool. 439 damage per minute, 22 damage share, 21.7 gold share, 18 champions played in summer across 42 games. That is an ocean, to say the very least. That is the Pacific. Jax, Gwen, and Gnar most played. Nasus was played. I think he played Vladimir, probably played Lilia. He played a lot of things, the Nasus being most notable. It was the first time in many years that we had seen a Nasus at the highest level of play. I thought Cube was pretty good for this team. Is he great? No, but I thought he was good. And given where Rare Atom are as a team, it's hard to really blame players for their shortcomings, really, when a team is so bad. Behind him is Torch. Torch put up a 227, KDA, 82 CS per minute, 62.4 KP. So, on some teams, maybe he pushes for an LPL spot. Maybe he creates a little bit of pressure in spring, but on Rare Atom, I doubt he does. 563 damage per minute, 22.5 gold share, 10 champions in 37 games. Gnar, Jace, Sejuani, his most played. So a guy that definitely deals a lot more damage. We're looking at, 124 damage per minute higher. Obviously at a lower level of play. A lot more involved, which is why that damage per minute is where it is at 12% difference. That's pretty massive. But like I said, Torch isn't going to push Cube. Layan at 20 years old. Definitely more carry-oriented. The dog jungler meta did not fit him. A 2.4 KDA, 5.9 CS per minute, 71.3 KP. So on average, he's ahead in his matchup, trying to do what he can. 336 damage per minute, 16.5 damage share, 19.3 gold share. So definitely carry-oriented. 12 champions in 42 games. Wukong, Viego, and Nidalee. Yes, he still plays a lot of Nidalee, still draws the Nidalee bans. So there is value in that he is a player that literally draws bans on a champion that is off meta. There are a couple players, you think of June as well, that draw Nidalee bans outright. Layan is in that conversation. So the top side of the rift is good, above average, at the worst. I don't think that that's really the problem with this team necessarily. Hoshiyoru is one of the LDL junglers. They have three. Put up a 198 KDA, 477 CS per minute, 69.1 KP. So on average, he's giving up 11 CS every 10 minutes to Layan at a lower level of play. So just to think about that for a second, he's getting gapped by 11 CS per minute on average at a lower level of play. So if he was in the LPL, it'd be even greater. Gets into less fights. 314 damage per minute, 17.9 gold share, 6 champions, 21 games. Lee Sin and Viego being the two most notable. Yes Yoon is the other LDL jungler that split time in summer. Slightly better numbers, a 297 KDA, 509 CS per minute, 71 4 KP. Lower level dog numbers in terms of the meta. 215 damage per minute, 18.4 gold share, 8 champions, 16 games. Viego, Wukong, Xin Zhao, his most played. So neither one are going to force lay-in. And it's really hard to determine which one's even going to be the starter. Probably Yes Yoon, but could go either way. Fai is 19 years old, did not play at all last year, still under contract. Put up a 368 KDA, 569 CS per minute, 73.3 KP in 2021. Last year, geez, I keep saying it. He didn't play last year, played in 2 years ago. 377 damage per minute, 19.4 gold share, 8 champions in 27 games, so a little more carry oriented, but then again, a different time, a different meta that's evident in the champion pool. That is Diana, Xin Zhao, and Rumble. So that's a totally different time period. Kind of weird he didn't play last year. Probably better than both Hashioru and Yesyun, but we'll see what Rare Atom are doing in that position. In mid lane, you have Strive. At 20 years old, put up a 2.7 KDA, 8.7 CS per minute, 66.3 KP. All above average, solid numbers, especially for, I believe, a player that was a rookie last year. So, I mean, once again, another player that is above average. Like, so far, 3 out of these 5 players, I mean, aren't great, but I think that they aren't bad. I think there's development that can still be done, and there have been signs of potential. 514 damage per minute, 25.1 damage share, 22.3 gold share, 13 champions in 42 games. Silas, Corki, and Ari his most played. The Ari had like a 13 KDA across 4 games. A very good Ari player. Behind Strive are 2 mid laners, similar to the jungle situation that split time. ZZL put up a 189 KDA, 782 CS per minute, 63.3 KP. So frankly, this player is not going to threaten Strive anytime soon. 505 damage per minute, 22 gold share. Across 24 games, played 7 champions, Ari, Vex, and Silas being the most played. Doing is the other mid laner. Slightly better numbers, the KDA a lot stronger, putting up a 459, but a 796 CS per minute, 73.1 KP, so a little more involved. The KP is almost 3 out of every 4 kills, definitely on the higher end of things. So gives up a bit of farm doing that. You'd still like the farm to be a lot better, though, at a lower level of play. 597 damage per minute. That makes sense, given he's in more fights. 21.7 gold share. Excuse me. 4 champions in 13 games. Swain and Ari being the most notable. Swain being the vast majority of those games. In bot lane, Asum. I think Asum was definitely the bright spot of LGD. We've went over LGD already, and I made my opinion pretty clear of how I feel about that team. Letting him go, I don't think, was the move. Excuse me. At 19 years old, put up a 2.4 KDA, 9.1 CS per minute, 67 KP, 603 damage per minute, 31.2 damage share. That is hefty. That is a carry damage share. 25.1 gold share. That is a carry gold share. He carried for LGD. Played 10 champions in 39 games. Aphelios, Jinx, and Callista being the most played. I could see this guy getting to being a good 80 carry for sure. Which all of a sudden we're in a position where Rare Atom could have 4 players that are in the above average to good category. So they're definitely better than like the worst teams. But it's just hard to really like tangibly say like where the growth is. Like, it's just players have to get more experience and get better, which is an enigma, right? A lot of, you can't really quantify that with numbers. You can predict it, but it's hard to really make the call on if it's going to happen. Easily is the backup. They used 2 80 carries once again. Another position that they did not have a straightforward LTL situation going on. A 263 KDA, 861 CS per minute, 69.3 KP, so 9% more KP, gave up farm to do so. 570 damage per minute, 24-1 gold share, 9 champions in 26 games, Aphelios and Zeri being the vast majority. After Easley was Ving. Ving played 11 games. They would go 1-10 in those games. So 4-29 for Easley. Ving, 1-10. One is clearly worse than the other, but neither are in a good spot. Ving went 2-1 KDA, 916 CS per minute, so ahead of Easley. 60.7 KP, so not as involved, hence why he's ahead. 514 damage per minute, 24-8 gold share, 6 champions in 11 games, Zeri and Lucian being the most notable. So once again, another position where there isn't a lot of pressure. So in support, there is pressure, though. So support's actually like a position battle. But the other 4 positions are pretty clear as day as what Rare Atom are going to run with in spring. And it's a matter of just, can they take it to the next step? Can Cube continue to progress? Can Layan carry in the spring meta if it's not Dog? Maybe he has a chance to make things happen. Strife needs to get better. Asum needs to become more consistent. And what's going to help Asum is Southwind. I thought Southwind looked very good last year with Thunder Talk and limited action alongside Puff. Definitely Thunder Talk looked better with Kepler and Yao Yao, but still, I thought the bot lane looked fine all season long. At 26 years old, Southwind put up a 4-7 KDA, 73-4 KP, 8 champions in 11 games. Braum, Renata, and TK being the only champions he played more than once. Now, Rare Atom have a sub support with BKR. I apologize. BKR, they sent Zora down. I don't think Zora was all that bad last year. All of Rare Atom was just kind of sus. BKR put up a 242 KDA, 66.8 KP, 12 champions in 37 games in the LDL. Nautilus, Leona, and Braum being the most played. Almost got to the end. So Zora played 17 games. I didn't think he did look that bad, but they've swapped Zora and Baker or BKR. BKR coming up. Definitely a weird champion pool. When you think of summer, you do not think of Nautilus, Leona, but those were the 2 most played champions by him just a few months ago. Zora, these are 2021 numbers because both splits last year with the LPL. With Rare Atom, he only played 8 and 9 games, so there's not a 10-game sample size. 343 KDA, 74.4 KP, 7 champions in 15 games in 2021 summer. Thresh and Braum being the most played. So I think that the support role is definitely going to be interesting. Who gets it? Is it going to be Southwind? Are they going to go with Baker? Are they going to bring up Zora? It remains to be seen. But as far as the other 4 positions are concerned, it's pretty straightforward what they're going to do. And it's just a matter of if they can get it together, take the next step. So comment down below if you're a Rare Atom fan. Like the video if you like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube member. Support me. That'd be real cool. And thank you for watching.